So, guys, here we have with us Mr. Kriti Vasan,
Hi, can you hear me?
a graduate talent program head India. And one more thing, guys, before start with Kriti Vasan, I would like to introduce
Hi,
Kriti
can you?
Vasan. Like he's having 13 years of experience and heads campus hiring for India from Virtusa and junior talent hiring from Virtusa. Guys, too much to learn from him. So Kriti, before start the question, I just wanted to know okay, if you can say something about Virtusa, plans of Virtusa, how to prepare to be placed in Virtusa. If you can elaborate something for the student.
Okay, perfect. First of all, thank you so much for this opportunity. It's a wonderful first time I'm actually coming live on Instagram, and I'm feeling this is a very nice opportunity for me to also talk about the organization. Vertusa is an IT services organization. We've been there for close to about 24 years now, and we have about 25,000 employees globally. In India, we are about 14,000 employees strong, have presence in Chennai, Hyderabad, followed by Bangalore, Pune, Mumbai, and Gurgaon. We have been recruiting quite a good number of freshers year on year. Close to about 1,500 people is what we recruit every year. And recently, we had for 21 uh, uh, are being discussed. We don't have any concrete plan as now. I'm sure all of us know the current situation. But yes, we are thinking of some additional activities that we intend to do for the season to make it much more interactive and engaging with the student community.
First question is Kriti, okay, what is the criteria for being a fresher to enter for Virtusa? If they wanted to entry level function for Virtusa, so what is the criteria for them?
Okay. We also follow a similar criteria like any other companies. A standard 60 percentage across the education. The reason why we follow a 60% is because today the number of people passing out in the colleges are very high. So if we need to apply filters to ensure that we get the basic qualification in place, that's the reason we have applied 60%. And it's an IT company. So that means we will consider IT, CS, and EC background. For others, at least from our point of view, is that we feel they can, since they've picked up triple E or mechanical, it would be good if they can pursue career in their core companies and then maybe in the future look at coming back into IT companies when they have become a subject matter expert in their core field. So we look for IT specialization, IT or IT related specialization.
Yeah, one question from Somesh 529. Sir, any opening for 2019 batch?
2019, we recently just concluded, and uh, too early to again comment because all the requirements are currently being put on hold because of the current situation.
Kriti, I just got
Productive.
a question from Pranju K. At fresher level, how much coding is expected if he or she is from EXTC department?
Uh, okay, it's a very simple thing. If you have decided to get into IT company, then you better know coding. It's as good as if you are going to become say for example a driver cannot come back and say a cab driver cannot come back and say that you know what, I don't know how to drive a car. So like that, if you have decided to get into IT services, then it means very simple, you must know coding. It can be any language. You should be good in your fundamentals, basics, and from there on anybody can help you move to the next level.
So one girl, Akku 529 say, hello, good evening, sir. I want to ask, what are the courses like important software that we should develop?
Okay, if you're new to this particular field, then my suggestion is don't look for any of the new age technologies. Go for a vanilla skill set, which is Java. That is going to help you in the longer run. Once you're well versed with Java, then you can move on to probably any of the new age technologies like data science or machine learning, cyber security, like that.
Okay. And one more question is, sir, what is the expectation of HR from a fresher?
Okay, it's a very standard question that people also ask during the interview. Expectation is very simple, you know. I mean, from HR standpoint, it's a good question, not from technical. From HR, what we look for is will the candidate show some sort of a learnability? Because today we are talking about A. Tomorrow, once they join, by the time they complete the training, things would have changed.
Back with the
Yeah.
question from Sakshi Ji after BSc IT. What is the best, MSc IT or MCA?
Okay. MCAs have very limited opportunity right now. So is MSc as well. I mean, if you look at companies recruiting, there is no difference between MSCs or MCA. So you can actually apply for so long as you are convinced with the fact that this course is going to help you do a proper evaluation. Don't think about okay, this comes at 2 years and the other comes at 3 years. It is not about duration, but it is about upon completion of the course, what is your perception? What is that you want to do? That is something that you will have to look into.
And one more question is, can the technical person handle the management successfully without completing MBA?
Yes, possible, because even if the person is technical, after a couple of years in IT company, if you see, there are two tracks. Basically, one track is called the architect track, wherein they become a techno expert. So they become an expert in one particular technology, and then they move on in the technology track, or they move into the management track, where they become a manager, people manager, start doing project management. So one need not do an MBA to become a management resource, but if the person has decided to move into management and if they want to excel well, uh, but not move outside of the technology, then yes, there are a lot of other courses like general management, project management, which are like 1 year course from leading institutes, including the IIMs, which are available. For that,
Acha,
a good
one
4 to 5 years experience will help.
and one very personal question. Okay, how was your journey from a campus hiring to your Young HR Achiever awardee?
Okay, that was pretty interesting because a lot of inputs were taken from multiple people, and so they wanted to know what is that we have done differently, what is that I've been doing, what are the new innovative ideas that we have got into. So they validated all those things, and then basis that we got it. It was really nice. It was an interesting journey actually.
By the way, congratulations for that. And the next question is, sir, can you please tell me about Varshusa Remote MCQ Hacker Rank Challenge?
Okay, so at Virtusa, we use HackerRank as our partner to support in the hiring assessments. But otherwise, my suggestions for all would be HackerRank is a tool where student can get onto a coding community and then start developing their skills, honing their coding skills. So get onto that platform. It's not just about Virtusa. If you are able to get, there are multiple challenges available, open challenges, and if you're able to crack those, it will help you not just in Virtusa, but in many other companies. You can easily get through the recruitment process.
Okay. One question from Saili Angane. As far as AI and ML is concerned, what skill set for the same would set one apart from others applying for it? Also, how do you pursue and prepare yourself for it?
What I understood from AI and ML, my understanding is that you need to be strong in math and statistics for you to be really good in AI and ML. And from the programming side, Python is what they predominantly use. But again, while you have decided to get into AI and ML, your options always open, because you never know what's going to happen tomorrow, and you need to be strong in basics and fundamentals.
Okay. One faculty, Priyanka Chaudhary, asked a question that what are your responsibility in faculty development program?
So we do faculty development program where the partner colleges that we have tied up with to begin with, we call them for a 2 to 4 week program. We train them on certain technologies, and we have also done faculty development program for all other institutes who have come forward. We did last 2 seasons. We have been doing proficiency in language and presentation for a lot of faculties, and we would be more than happy to continue doing technology-based development programs also on a need basis, on a request basis, depending on how many people are there. We've been doing it, and we will continue to do it.
Achha, one more question from a faculty perspective or a training and placement officer perspective. Like two, three training and placement officers also live here, and they continuously asking that what is the process to be a center of excellence COE with Virtusa with your organization? How to become a COE?
That's a pretty slightly lengthy process and very detail oriented. Whoever is interested, they can write to me. I'll be more than happy to support them or take it offline.
Okay. One question. I am doing IT, information technology. Any chance in IoT?
Absolutely. So long as you make use of the opportunity today to hone your skills in IoT, keep doing a lot of efforts, watch YouTube and other online courses and prepare yourself. There's always opportunities to get into IoT.
How much software knowledge is essential for marketing and branding of products? Ash Sharma.
Uh, it's as good as being a salesperson. A salesperson is expected to know in and out of the product. Otherwise, what you sell might not be the product that is actually available. So, but salesperson need not be a tech savvy guy. So long as he's able to understand the end user integration and how the product really works and what are the uniqueness of that product, it really helps. He needs to know at least the basics of it.
Saili Angne, one more question. In the IT industry, are most of the companies turning towards process automations? How far is the scope for it? Would it be limited in future or will expand gradually?
Process automation is the new terminology. Every other thing that you take, there is going to be automation that's going to come in because whatever that you do in terms of the routine, daily, mundane activities, it has to be automated so that you don't really waste time and you can look at innovative ways of working around. So process automation will definitely expand. There is a huge scope for it. So Sahil is asking, sir, MS or MTech or job? It's purely your own decision. We will only say that if you have decided to get into job, always remember wherever you go, learning will always be there. Let it be you take up an MS or MTech or you decide to do a job. Even in job, you will have to keep learning. That doesn't mean that, okay, now that I've taken up a job, it's done. I can start earning. No, the day when you think that I've stopped learning, that's the day that you will also become another small paper. That's it. So it's important that you have to keep learning.
Achha, one more question. Is there any scope for mechanical engineering in Virtusa?
At Virtusa, unfortunately, no. Like I said in the beginning, we look for IT computer science people, and we believe that core companies can pick up all those core students. However, IT services, IT companies, there are companies, mass companies, big companies who recruit mechanical, and they expect them to know the basics and fundamentals of coding. So if they are pretty strong in it and an add-on, they can get a certification, nothing like it.
What's more better? First job then MS or first MS then job?
Okay. So it's a very simple thing, you can either go complete your formal education and then come join a job, or you can pick up a job and then take a break, go back for education. But remember one thing, if you decide to do the latter, then you need to have the courage to take a break and come back. 9 out of 10 people, once they get into a job, they say that, you know what, I've started seeing money, so it's not going to be possible for me to leave work and then go study. But if you're able to make that decision, nothing like it. Otherwise, finish off the formal education and come back. There is no stopping. There is nothing called, okay, fine, with this, your formal education stops. There are online courses, there are weekend courses, there are multiple opportunities available, executive programs. You don't really, the only advantage that you get if you go for a formal education after doing a job of minimum 2 years is that your formal education duration comes down from 2 to 1 year. You don't have to really put in 2 years of your time. You can just put 1 year, maybe after 3 to 4 years of experience.
Okay. And one more question, what type of training you will provide to fresher after joining?
If anybody is expecting companies to provide training, I think they really need to have to think about what they really want to become, because gone are the days when companies used to come recruit people and then get them onto the company and then train them. Today we have gone to a situation where we are looking at people who are already trained. At the time of recruitment itself, we look for skill set, not just basic knowledge, but skill set. And if there is certification, then it really stands out. It's icing on the cake. So people who are looking at factor that what companies will come recruit, they don't have an option, and then they'll start training me. I'm sorry, but your clock has already started. Make use of this opportunity. Prepare yourself right now.
The Yash Matre. I am currently interested in web development, but lately developed interest in Python related fields. I am confused. Which field should I pursue? Which is more beneficial?
Forget about which is going to be very useful in the future. It all depends on what exactly you want to do and where your core expertise lies. If you feel that I'm very good at web development, this is what I really want to do, continue pursuing your passion line, you will definitely get an opportunity. There are companies who still use the age-old technologies, age-old platforms. There are certain clients who are particular about, I'm sure most of you might not be interested to get into mainframe, but certain banking platforms still work on mainframes. So there is nothing called, I don't want to do this, or I don't know whether this will be really helpful in the future.
Right. Tirupati Goskula sir from Anjuman Nagpur is asking question like, hello sir, how can you help our student in regards with the technology?
Okay, so if this from a placement officer?
Yeah, he's a placement officer.
So he's looking for a one-day development program.
Yeah, for the faculty development or student development.
Again, we'll be more than happy to support. We can take it offline. We'll be more than happy to discuss and see what we can do.
What criteria is project allotment done after you have been hired? How do you try to pursue a project of your interest considering you have the basic skill for it? Again, a question from Saili Angne.
Okay, so once the training over, once the person has been hired and the training is completed, there are two things that any organization will look at. Number one, what is the performance level of the student? And number two, where the requirement really lies. With both these things, they decide on the initial project, and over a period of time, depending on the person's performance and this interest line, subsequent projects alongside his own interest will be provided, but not at the beginning stage.
Some student DM me the question like, it's related to you. How was your first experience when you start your career?
I started my career exactly what we are going through right now. I'm not saying that there is a situation that's going now. That's the best part. I started my career exactly the same 2000, and I did have a very rough patch to begin with, and that helped me learn a lot of lessons. So I was also one among the person who has been told that, who has been shown the door, and then later I had to use my talking skills to get rid of that situation, and then understood that flexibility is what it all takes to be a successful person. Was flexible enough. I moved to Bangalore, and then I came to Chennai, Hyderabad again, and then came back to Chennai. Open to pick up any other work that comes through. That is what helped me come this far in a short duration.
One question from a third year student. Okay, what preparation should be done for being a third year engineering student for selection in corporate life?
Okay. Again, it goes back to the same old thing. Be strong in your fundamental and basics. That is what is going to help you. And if once you have attained a stage where you know that, yes, I know I'm very good at Java, I've got this additional skill set, I've got into CodeChef, I've got into HackerRank, I have this HackerRank, all these certifications and the badges, then you can start looking at, okay, fine, where my core passion lies. Do I really want to get into cybersecurity? I want to get into a data science, AML, and then you can start pursuing those kind of courses. But before that, if you're ready to get into a company, then please in your fundamentals.
One question from Surbhi. Sir, I have taken training in Oracle DBA, but still it's difficult to get a job for the position at a fresher level. What would be your suggestion for this, as I really want to go into this field?
Okay, if the person has decided to get into Oracle DBA, then the person really have to do a little bit of homework to understand which are the companies that are recruiting, and next step would be how are they doing the recruitment program.
Okay. What is our work in company after BSc Computer Science when we join company?
Okay, BScs also have a very good opportunities these days. The certain companies recruit people for developer opportunities itself, while certain companies recruit for support, maintenance related job. But again, question is if you have decided to get, pick it up and don't hesitate. Don't think that okay, fine, I don't get what I deserve. Go for it. Do additional education and at the same time do additional courses, which will help you become a proper developer. Which all certificates matter in resume. There is nothing called this certification will add value, the other certification does not add value. It's all about what is your core interest area. Whatever your line is, pursue and make use of LinkedIn. Start talking about, follow people, and start posting about your achievements. Recruiters will eventually look for you and then come searching for you.
For a BTech graduate, which field is management for postgrad is more suitable considering on graduation?
Again, it's all about what exactly the person wants to become. If he is really interested to move into non-technical role, then he has to do probably a HR related course. If the person is interested to stay inside the technical side itself, but he doesn't want to do a hardcore technical role, but into a management role, then a program management course or a general management course would help. He can also get into consulting.
Good question. Which points are important in CV?
Okay, there is nothing called this is good, this is not good. Okay, but remember one thing: right from your career objective until your signature, whatever you have put in your CV, it's going to be very, very important. You need to know what is there in your CV. I've come across so many people who would have done excellent in their assessment, but they would have done a simple mistake of copy pasting their friend's CV, because of which they have lost the opportunity. So whatever you mention in your CV, you should know. And if you know that I have not done this project, I've only been a part of the team member, be open enough to accept the fact that you are only a team member. I've seen people who come back and say that I did this project, and the minute 2 technical questions are asked, that's it. And then they come back and confirm back saying that I'm really sorry, but I was never a project member. You should know what is there.
I can give you this answer about CV. If your CV is curriculum vitae, then it's good. But if your CV is Control C and Control V, it doesn't look good. How to get a job in product-based company like Google? What are the things which I need to prepare? Will MS help me?
See, leaving aside the company needs, okay, if a person has decided to pursue a career in a specific company, it can be any company. The person needs to start following them. Follow them in LinkedIn, follow them in Facebook, they have corporate pages, they have their career pages. Follow them, understand what are the type of recruitment that they do. Go to Glassdoor, try and understand what are the feedback people have given, what are the different process that they follow, and then do a self evaluation. If you were in that particular seat as a candidate, what would your rating be for those particular pointers that they have mentioned? You will understand the gaps, identify those gaps, work on it.
One question from Dr. Sheetal Agrawal, RMI TPO. Any special value in Virtusa for trained candidates rather than mass recruitment?
On a case-to-case basis, we do consider those people depending on their needs. But yes, we also give extra points for people who are already trained.
Okay. One good question from Shreya. Any suggestion on how to use this quarantine period?
You open any sites. Let it be Coursera, Udemy, or let it be any other site, Google. You will see that every other person today, either they bring you a free access or a small fee access. It's the best opportunity that you have got. These are the times when we look at news, you see that people are making use of the opportunity to make money, but all these online courses, they're making use of the opportunity to give you free access. Make use of these access, upskill. I've come back. I've actually seen people who come back and say that, you know what, I never had the time to prepare. I never had time to do all these things. For all those, in the next 2 months, if we still see people that coming back saying that I never had time, I think they have not made use of the quarantine time properly. Lot of opportunities are there, and easily one can become an expert guy in the next 1 month to
You
take
can see the
knowledge
question,
for
no?
multiple fields. Okay, so my suggestion is don't try to do multiple things at the same time unless you have gained that experience of handling multiple things. Otherwise, take one at a time. Do not try and consume more than what you can actually chew. So try and take one at a time, pick it, and then go for the next one.
Part 26081 का question है, how often should people change job for an increase in salary? Is it good?
Okay, so he is making it a very obvious that he's looking for money. But my suggestion is don't join a company to get salary or to get paid. Join a company precisely because of your own core interest area. And at least for the first company, stay put for a good 2 to 3 years because your first jump is what is going to, your first company, the duration that you have spent in the first company is what is going to talk about your stickiness and how far you're committed. So minimum 2 to 3 years is what you need to give for the first company.
Okay, one more question from Priyanka. During campus hiring, what qualities are tested and how much weightage to be given to each quality for selection?
It differs from company to company, but if I have to give a broad category, a couple of things that they take for is the logical reasoning, and then how far they're able to eye for detail, and then flexibility. I'm talking both technical as well as HR together. So it's going to be logical, eye for detail, and then how good are they in coding. Most likely, most of the companies which are IT services companies do not look for people when they are hiring in volume, whether they can really code 100%. Given a piece of paper, and the person at least start writing some lines. Even if it has errors, that's fine. But if they're able to start writing, then from there, the company will be in a position to help them move it to the next level. So that is what we look at. At least you have that, what it takes to start the first line, get started, at least start the vehicle, and then we will help you drive the car.
One good question is communication is more important than technical knowledge?
Okay. Here, communication, what we look for in IT industry is not about fluency. It's all about, are you able to understand what I'm talking? Are you able to convey message which I can understand? That is what this communication all about.
Will any drive conduct for only 2020 batch after final exam?
Like I said before, keep preparing, keep studying, get yourself upskill. You never know who's going to come and recruit you.
One personal question from my end. What is the key of success for you in your case?
Key of success, stay hungry. Never say that, you know what, I know everything. Let's accept the fact that we still have a lot to learn, and stay ready to be adaptive. You never know what's going to happen. That's very, very important. Accept changes. If you have to move ahead, if you have to pick up something new, if you have to pick up something that you are not comfortable with, just try to adjust yourself. If you can start adjusting, if you can accept what comes your way, the way it has come to you, life is going to be wonderful. And that's what I follow, and that's one of the reasons why I'm successful.
Nice. Adjustable and adaptability is very important in life.
So I see there is this person by name Jay Parideen. The job experience matter when one goes for a job after masters. It really doesn't matter. Even if you have done masters, the CV says it all. Either you are a fresh out of college or if you've already done some experience. If you have experience, it's icing on the cake. But even otherwise, you will still have internship experience, which will add value to you.
Achha, one more question. As a fresher to grow as a resource, which is more preferably a service-based or a product-based company?
There is nothing called preferred for the other. Each one has its own pros and cons. It is all about your understanding of both the companies and then where you want to see yourself and where the opportunities are there, which will help you make you a better person in the future.
How to prepare aptitude according to the company?
Don't go by company, go by the topics that most of the companies follow, like aptitude in terms of quants, logical, and then look for coding ability if you are a technical student. This is what is going to help you no matter which company is going to come. If you have to look at company wise, then it's going to be slightly difficult for you because each company has their own way. But then if you are strong in these 4 or 5 areas, that will help you. So someone asked me, how is life at XLRI? Oh, great. Thank you so much. I'm actually studying in XLRI right now. I'm doing my executive course where every quarter I go to the campus. It's amazing. If someone wants to get into HR, my sincere advice is that prepare hard, work hard, try to get into XLRI. The result will be much fruitful. It's a different experience altogether. No words can express.
XLRI itself a premier institute in India.
It's a #1 HR institute in Asia.
Yeah. What type of the project for top government bodies was set up by you?
Okay, so select companies do work for governments. We do work for other nations' government. We recently partnered with Singapore government to do a fintech project. So you can visit our website to know more about it. Likewise, you can visit multiple companies' website to understand what are the different types of projects that they are doing.